What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Gamertag VR. My name's GT, and today we're going to be talking about the Oculus Link cable, because it became quite apparent to me that during my live stream last night and some of the messages I've been receiving, there are questions to be answered about this. I'm not saying I got all the answers. Luckily, Oculus put up a video going into quite a lot of detail about the Link cable, and what I've done is I basically cut out certain segments to answer some of the questions that you have. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. So for those of you who don't know, the Oculus Link cable will turn your Oculus Quest into a PC VR headset. What you'll be able to do is play your Oculus Rift games via the Oculus Quest. So in my mind, this cable is for the people who already have a PC and they own an Oculus Quest. They haven't got a PC VR headset already. So if you're looking to find out if your PC is a VR ready PC and capable of playing virtual reality games, what you want to do is click the link in the video below, and that will take you to the Steam performance test. There it will run like a benchmark, and then you'll find out how good your PC is and if it is VR ready. The first thing that most people wanted to know was, how does it work? One of the comments I got, they was asking if the games are streamed to the headset, or are they downloadable? So basically, can you download an Oculus Rift game to the Oculus Quest? From what I understand, no, you cannot download games to the Oculus Quest. But what the Link cable does do, it basically renders the game on the PC, it encodes the information of the game, sends it to the Oculus Quest that decodes that, then you have the game in the headset. I will be getting one of these on the channel because I personally want to see how this is going to work, if there's any latency or lag issues. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put up the video from Oculus that basically explains what I just told you, but in probably much better detail.
One of the most requested features to date has been the ability to access your Rift titles directly from your Quest. And I'm very excited to announce that starting in November, we are opening up Oculus Link as a beta to all of our Quest users. You'll just need to provide your own cable. And once again, for those of you who want to wait, the Oculus Link cable will be available for purchase online at oculus.com sometime later this year. Included with the free update, you'll be able to seamlessly pair your Quest with your gaming PC. This will give you access to your Rift S library, as well as Oculus Home and Oculus Dash. All you'll need is a compatible USB 3 cable. And for those of you who want a premium PC VR experience, we've gone ahead and designed our own custom thin and flexible USB cable.
We searched for an existing cable that was long enough to give you the freedom of play, that was thin and light enough to be comfortable to use, and provided enough consistent performance that the overall experience would be desirable. The Oculus Link cable is thin, it's lightweight, it's long enough to give you freedom of play, and it gives a very consistent high performance. We determined an optimal length for a cable is at least 5 meters. But off-the-shelf cables of 5 meters or more are typically bulky and heavy. By using a fiber optic cable, the Oculus Link cable is long enough to give you that freedom of play, but it's also very thin and extremely light, so you barely feel it when you're playing. Having a cable hanging from the headset can also be a big distraction. It can get in the way of gameplay when you're playing. It can also put weight where it's undesirable. The Oculus Link cable includes a custom ergonomic solution that keeps the cable out of your way and shifts the weight where it's much more comfortable. There were 3 main areas we had to invest in for Oculus Link to build a great VR experience: visual quality, latency, and play experience. Let's first talk about visual quality. The high resolutions and high refresh rates that VR typically require pose a challenge for a lot of the video encoding and decoding hardware available on mainstream GPUs today. The yellow region here is the central area where we want to maintain maximum quality. The outside area is the periphery where we're going to apply our distortion curve, effectively reducing the resolution by reducing the pixel density. This distorted image is smaller in total resolution, but hasn't lost quality where it matters most. It's then encoded, transferred, and decoded, and then we straighten it back out to form the final frame. Using AADT lets us fit within the resolution constraints that we have, but limit the loss in quality to the areas that don't matter out in the periphery where you don't notice them. One of the most, if not the most biggest issues in VR is latency. And by latency, we mean the delay from when you take an action until you see the results of that action. Lots of latency can be extremely frustrating. The streaming solution that adds an encode step, a transfer step, and a decode step clearly adds extra stages to the pipeline, and in that format adds a lot of extra stalls, waiting for one step to complete and the next, which increases the total system latency. Quite a bit of time is spent waiting for each step to complete before the next step can begin. It's an extra long transfer there. So to address this, we came up with a new way of doing the encoding where we want to find some way to pipeline this. We wanted to find a way to reduce that. So what we started to do is transfer and decode portions of the frame while the rest of the frame is still being encoded. By doing this, we can begin the decoding process much sooner, which allows us to finish decoding the frame significantly earlier. Let's take a look at the two head-to-head. On the top here, we have the traditional method, which encodes the full frame, then it transfers it, then it decodes it. And on the bottom, we have our approach of sliced encoding and decoding, where we'll begin the transfer and we'll begin the decode before the encoding step has completed. As you can see, because the decode starts much sooner, even before the original frame is finished encoding, we end up finished decoding the entire image significantly earlier. This reduces the total latency considerably.
So now you've seen that video, some questions have now been answered. It's not just a case of a cable going from the PC to the Quest. So when I do more review later on in the year, I will be using the official Oculus cable unless the cable comes out later than the program, which is what it sounds like. So if that's the case, we're going to test the beta. I'll give you my feedback on that using a normal USB 3 cable. When the Oculus Link cable is available, we will get one of them on the channel and we will be checking it out. So now you know the length of the cable, the fact it's lightweight. So I've been told the recommended retail price of this cable is $80 or £70. So I personally will be getting this cable because I believe in what they have told me in that video, that it will be the best experience. And when it comes to something like latency and image quality, I believe you cannot cheapen that stuff. It needs to be the best you can get. And if you're going to invest in virtual reality, that's sometimes what you got to do. You got to spend that money to get the best experience. But as I said, we will use another USB 3 cable and we will do a comparison now because I'm very interested in how this is going to work out. So yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to hit that like button, and if you're looking for other VR players, check out the links below in the video. We have a Discord full of great people all getting together to play games and talk tech. So thank you very much, guys. Take care of yourselves. See you soon.